11:33 a.m. on 7/25/08. Corporal Eric Edwards, Orange County Sheriff's Office, sitting in the large conference room next to the auto theft area with
Detective Dorothy Rivera.
Troy Brown.
And Troy, can you state your date of birth for me? Your current address?
Is
cell phone number? Okay, we are here today. You voluntarily came here today. We're trying to ratchet down a timeline and go through some calendars. You had an opportunity to sit down with some of your friends and try to figure some things out. I believe it was on the 20th is what we've established, July 20th. Do you remember that meeting?
I do.
Jesse, Amy, Ricardo, and
Myself.
Right. A few high points I'd like to cover with you. Casey, you met her through an old girlfriend called Lauren
Koppel.
Copple. Is that how we're spelling
E-O.
that? E-O. You don't have a phone number for her, do you?
I do.
Just in case we need that.
Oh, it's not saved. I just know it from memory. 407 435 7538.
Okay, and about when did you meet Casey first time?
I met her for the first time on June 5th, 2007, my 23rd birthday.
Kind of developed a friendship type thing from there on out?
Kind of. Not really until she started dating Ricardo Morales. And then that's when we became better friends, just because.
Social circles?
Yeah, exactly.
Now you said
she was still a friend, but more of a distant friend rather than seeing her all the time.
Yeah, because Lauren probably didn't want you hanging out with anyone other than her.
I wouldn't say that.
I was just reading into it. Your sister, her name?
My sister?
Yeah.
Is Kara Plutzer.
Plutzer?
Yes.
Spell.
Pletzer.
Z-E-R?
Zer. First name Kara, Cara.
You said that one time she visited and the conversation came up regarding watching kids or babysitting.
Correct.
And out of curiosity, you asked Casey how much she paid and her nanny.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that occurrence.
My sister does. She's in grad school, does babysitting. So we were talking about how much she made, and I thought that it was a low amount for being a babysitter, and I suggested that we should ask Casey because she has a nanny. And so we were out, we were watching the national championship, the college basketball national championship over at Ricardo's house. And my sister and her husband were there. And I asked Casey how much she paid her nanny. And she never gave me a concrete answer. She just told me that I pay her a lot. Don't worry, she's fine.
Did she ever refer to her by name, the nanny?
Not to me, no.
No. Did you ever see her field a phone call from that nanny?
No, I don't remember her ever saying, "Hold on, I have to talk to my nanny."
Or I'm going to call my nanny?
Exactly.
Okay.
No.
Did you ever visit the nanny's house and watch her drop the baby off there?
No.
Or pick the baby up?
No.
We'll get to Melissa here in a little while. That's all I have noted. I'm going to go to the calendar book. You guys started your recollection off at May 14th, where Ricardo, Casey, and Troy all went to Voyage together.
Correct.
And she ended up getting a flat tire, or 2 flat tires.
Yes.
You guys went back to help her.
Yes.
408 and 436 area.
Correct.
Okay. Tell me about that. Real quick. It's not.
Okay. We went out to Voyage that evening. We came back to Ricardo's house. We were there she was probably there for maybe 10 minutes. Then she left, and she called us 10 minutes later, asking us to come and help her because she got 2 flat tires. So me and Ricardo went there.
She was driving the white Pontiac?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, we didn't ask them about how it got smashed. Remember, we didn't go over that.
Didn't know, did you?
How the flat tires occurred?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
She said she had wrecked her car.
She told you somewhere along the way up in the future that her car had been totaled to the point where it couldn't be repaired. Remember saying that?
I always thought it was just internal damage. I didn't get the idea that it was like an accident.
This was after you came back from your trip?
Correct. I mean, all the car problems just kind of like pushed together with me. I never really even thought much of it. I always thought that she had the flat tires, and I assumed that was just flat tires, and that was fine. They threw 2 tires on it, and it was fine.
When was it she told you she was going out shopping for a car? I know what you're talking about now.
That was, let's see, that was the day before I went to Puerto Rico, or the day of, because it was
It was July 7th or 8th.
no, because I didn't go with them.
You
the day.
didn't go
I
till
didn't
the
go.
11th, did you?
Yeah, I
You
had
had a job interview.
I had a job interview. Yeah, and
Was that a text or a phone conversation?
that was a phone conversation. She told me that there were texts, but when she specifically told me that, it was a phone conversation.
And it was either the 10th or the 11th.
Yes. Oh, and I didn't mention this before, but on the night where she got the 2 flat tires, she said she actually attempted to, when we couldn't get, because we got one of them on, and we were trying to get, because there was 2, we were trying to get Ricardo's spare on the other one, and just wouldn't fit. You know, it was a square peg round. You know, and then she was saying she had to get home for Caylee in the morning, and so she actually attempted to drive home on the 2 flat tires, and then sparks flew and everything was flying. So she pulled off maybe a half mile to a mile down the road, and then she parked it in a residential neighborhood. I'm not sure which one it was, and then me and Ricardo drove her home.
Okay.
To grandma's.
Correct.
I didn't mean to jump your...
That's fine.
I forgot about that.
So did I. That was on May 14th, all that you just talked about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We zip ahead to the 24th of May, where you guys are at the Waterford Lakes Buffalo Wild Wings for a UFC fight was on that you recall.
Mm-hmm.
And while you were there, Casey suggested you and Casey went together.
Yes. And Amy met us.
She came and got you, and then you guys went, and then Amy met you there.
Yes.
And then Casey suggested you go to a party, and this Tony guy was there.
Correct. That was the first time we ever met him.
Okay. Beer pong. She said they were.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was trying to get on, but they were
Too many people in line.
too many people. I didn't know anybody there, and yeah.
Okay. 25th of May, no clothes party. Casey drove Amy and Troy to that.
Correct.
Troy wrapped in plastic, Amy wrapped in who knows what, and Casey in a flag.
Correct.
And that's later towards the night Brandon was ran into, and Brandon is someone that made Casey emotional, and she disappeared for a little while.
Correct.
No idea where the child was.
No. It was not mentioned.
Okay. Zipping forward to May 30th. You say there's a phone contact. Casey tries to call you, or she does call you 6:29 p.m.
Correct.
You can't remember what the content may have been.
I don't remember what the content of it was, no.
Okay. Going into June, celebration June 4th, your birthday party at Voyage.
Correct.
You remember Casey and Tony coming, the new person that you met, plus 2 of his friends.
Yes.
But you weren't really where you could focus on them socially. You had other things going on.
Correct.
But you remember Amy being there.
I remember Amy being there.
Okay. Anyone else that we may have already talked to? Was Ricardo there?
Ricardo was there.
Okay.
And there was, I remember people telling me this, that there was an issue between Ricardo and Casey because she had brought Tony.